Well, hi Taurus, welcome to Universal Guidance. It's time for your August reading. Amazing. So, I have shuffled these cards very well. I've changed the posting dates to Wednesdays and Friday mornings. So you will notice that right away. So I'm going to shuffle these cards about 2 or 3 more times. This is a 2-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Taurus, what can you expect coming up in August? There you are. Beautiful earth sign. Ooh, love surrounds the entire reading. Okay, Taurus, the Ace of Cups surrounds your entire reading. This just tells me that you have a lot of love, and I think you're going to be receiving a lot of love with the Ace of Cups surrounding your entire reading. Let's read on. Let's find out more. Up here in your highest energy is the Page of Wands. So, the Page of Wands is about wanting to say something. It brews from the bottom of your feet, comes out your mouth, and it has to do with fresh starts and new beginnings. So it feels like maybe you want to tell somebody that you love them. That's my first impression, but I can change my mind as I go, because one card can make a big difference. Okay, well, you're facing the Two of Cups. The Page of Wands is facing the Two of Cups, right above the Ace of Cups. This is soulmate energy, best friends, lovers, soulmates. Look at those huge cups of love that you are tapping with this person. Yeah, I think you have something that you want to say to a soulmate who's also a best friend about your feelings. There's a lot of stress. I got the Five of Wands next to Two of Cups. I mean, there's a lot of stress, anxiety, and confusion associated with what's brewing, what you want to do, what you want to say. So let's just read further. This is up in your head. You're just all over the place. There's a lot of stress, like I said, and confusion. You're anxious about coming forth with this information. Ooh, I have the Queen of Pentacles right under the Page of Wands. This is earth energy. This would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This is your energy, Taurus. And what you're looking at here, ooh, it may not just be coming out with that you love them. You might be coming out with you want a commitment. Or where's the commitment? Because you're looking at this pentacle. Male or female, doesn't matter with all the cards. But this is the second largest pentacle in the deck. Okay. It may be more than just love. It could be that you're seeking a commitment. And that has you anxious, stressed. On the other side of the Ace of Cups here, I have the King of Swords. This is air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Might be in your chart someplace, might be strong in somebody else's chart someplace around this reading. But your guard is up, your sword is up. So you're kind of, it's under this Five of Wands. And I think you've been trying to stop yourself from saying what it is that's on your mind, and it's brewing. And usually with the Page of Wands, it ends up coming out your mouth. Okay? It really does. And you can try to hold it back all you want, but if it's on your mind and it keeps staying on your mind, you will come out with it. But you've been in self-protection mode. You have your sword up. You're seeking truth and clarity always with these swords. And you're trying to protect yourself. So I feel like you're holding back. I feel like it's still brewing within you about the commitment. Now, Perhaps you've been expecting the other person too to offer a commitment and hasn't, and you want to say something about that. That could be too. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. That Five of Wands being up here. And you want to protect yourself. You don't want to get hurt. You don't want to damage the relationship in any way because you are best friends and soulmates. So let's just read on under the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, really looking at the security, the stability, a possible commitment here. I have the Star card. This is an air sign. I have the King of Swords, which is air. Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. This is the card for Aquarius. The Star. This is healing. There's been a lot of healing going on here. It's very spiritual. This is you. It's like you're looking at your own reflection in this pool of water. I think you've been through a relationship before that you've been healed from or are still healing from. This is down to your bare bones. This is right to the essence of who you are. It's a beautiful spiritual card. If you're going to heal, you might as well heal, I mean, deep, deep, all the way. So there's a lot of healing going on. And it's associated with another commitment. So I think you were in another relationship that you had healed over. Maybe this is why your guard is up, yet you want to say something, and that's why it's so confusing up here, is because you don't want to set yourself up again for another healing experience. And oh my goodness, I can feel all this. But next to the Star card is a Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords is under the Ace of Cups. There's a lot of pain associated that you had to heal from. And there was also a lot of love that you had to heal from. But the thing is about the Ten of Swords is it's the end of the pain. You've healed. I think you've already healed, but you remember it. And the Ten of Swords is no 11. This card here, it just means the end of the pain. Okay, so that's why I think you're going to actually end up coming out with this. It's like always trying to find the right time, the right moment to ask, where's the commitment, or would you be willing to commit to me? Yeah, that's nerve-wracking, especially when you have memories over something that you've already healed about that involved commitment. So next to the Ten of Swords, so you're letting it all, it's all healed. It's like the end of the pain. You've healed, okay? From a past, this is a past relationship. This is a new, this is in, you're in it here. I have the Six of Swords. This healing here has allowed you to move forward away from rocky waters toward a much happier, calmer, smooth waters. That's where you're headed. It was a slow journey. This is why your sword is up. You had to collect all this truth and all this clarity. You had to push this boat along with a pole. There's no motor on that boat. So all this healing down here has allowed you to move forward with truth and with clarity over what went down, about the bare essence, about you, your truth and clarity, who you are, what you need, what you want in your life. And but you're on guard about going through this again, having to move forward again. I'm taking out the second half of this reading, and we're going to see what happens here. Because with the Page of Wands, I think you're going to come out with, going to find the courage to speak up about where's the commitment, or would you like to be committed, something like that. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, there's all that healing. Oh, you got the King and Queen of Swords. Here's a Queen. Okay, so up here in your highest energy, this is like, in the tarot readings, it can be a wish coming true that involves love. It's next to all that stress and anxiety. I feel like it is coming true because the center energy here, the overall energy, is the Ace of Cups. And we're looking at all these cups. You have a lot of love. Look at that. I think you want to be able to freely hand it out and not worry about losing any cups of love or having them kicked over or anything like that. So that's why you're so much on guard. That's why you're so stressed. It's next to the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is coming to your wit's end. I really think this is brewing. I really do. And so, you know, this wand is actually holding you up. You're not really holding it up, but it is a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. You've been through the mill before. You're looking back. You're looking at the Nine of Cups. You're looking at the love. You are very conflicted about coming forward with what is on your mind about commitment. There's definitely love with the soulmate here. You're confused about love. Like, you're wondering whether or not they have the same feelings for you. Now, you've made the wrong choices before. Who hasn't, you know? But all these cups have something different in them. And because these cups have something else in them, that they really couldn't hold a whole lot of love. So it's very confusing. And you are in a state of confusion right here. But you're coming to your wit's end. And I feel like you are going to come out with it. It's going to take courage. But you will do it. I have the Wheel of Fortune under the Nine of Cups and next to the King of Swords. Well, the Wheel of Fortune is the universe, so the universe is involved at this point now that we're getting into. The wheel, it spins and it whispers in your ear and it pushes you and it pulls you until finally you move forward. So it's always for your better. It's always for your fortune. It's really nice to have the wheel on your side, the universe, pushing you towards your better. And it's right next to the Eight of Swords, which is right under the Nine of Wands. You've been feeling in this place that of being trapped, not being able to see the future, not being able to move forward in the relationship. And you haven't got all your truth and clarity yet about their true feelings, I don't think. And I think that's something you need to talk about. But this card is an illusion. This wheel is going to take you right past that. You're going to find your way past this feeling of being trapped, not being able to move forward, sideways, or whatever in this relationship because of the lack of truth and clarity that you so much need. Now, the other person, they may be just totally fine with everything. They may be like having no anxiety at all over this relationship and just plans on moving forward, you know? But you are stressing over it. And you need to get out of that. You need to get out of that energy. And you will. I have this Three of Swords. This is what you're afraid of. And this is what's happened by choosing the wrong cups of love before, is you've ended up in heartbreak. We know that. You've healed over it. There's an end to this, but you don't want to get in it again. And so the wheel is on the same line with your truth and your clarity, and it's going to move you right past all that. And it's going to pull all this with it. Everything behind it is going to go with it. Everything in front of it is going to mow right over. Okay? So under the Wheel of Fortune, I have the Queen of Wands. This is fire. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Might be strong in your chart someplace. Might be strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. But more importantly, you're holding that staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. Male or female. You have a love like of nature, it looks like. Maybe even have a garden at home, or you just love flowers, or you might have pets. But the thing is you're ready to move forward. And this is a staff of passion, too, with the Queen of Wands. So there's probably a lot of passion between you and your soulmate. There is love between you two. That's obvious in looking at this reading. So here we have you're ready to move forward. And, you know, I love it when the universe throws this out. And a lot of times it'll throw it out right at the right time in a reading. I have the Empress. under feeling trapped, under like not thinking you don't know everything, that you might be misdiagnosing this whole relationship and so forth. Well, next to the Queen of Wands and having all that passion wanting to move forward is the Empress, male or female. It doesn't matter whether you're male or female. The Empress, if you're a parent, you're an excellent parent. Oh, and by the way, this can be Libra or Taurus. We're reading for Taurus. This is your energy, Taurus. You're a beautiful person. You have so many excellent qualities. I'm so glad you held down to your bare bones. You are kind and thoughtful and generous. You're giving, you're forgiving, you're loving, you're protecting, you're just, I go on and on with all these beautiful qualities that people have. You have so many of them. So the person that you want to commit to and want to have a full cup of love with will have to have some of these same qualities, or it won't work. So they have to have some of those same qualities as you do. It's right next to the Queen of Swords, male or female, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. I think this new, or not new relationship, I don't know how old it is. It is a best friends with soulmates, and a soulmate, and there's a lot of love. I think it's going to be based on truth and clarity. Because, and they might be an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. But either way, you might have one of those in your chart someplace. We do have Aquarius down here. This is seeking the truth. Sword is up still, but this is talking about it. This is talking about your truth and getting their truth and saying, tell me your truth. I'm telling you my truth. This is having that conversation. You're going to have it. You're going to have that conversation. It's because it's going to, and you're going to bring up the past. You know, how things haven't worked out before, and you're very nervous, you know, or whatever. But this is the way you're feeling, and you needed to know how they're feeling. I'm going to take out one more card for this reading. It's the Queen of Cups. So, the Queen of Cups, this is male or female, water, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer might be strong in your chart or in someone else's chart around this reading. But the Queen of Cups, this is the only cup in the deck that has a lid on it. And there's little windows all the way around that lid. It's full of answers to love questions. And what the Queen is trying to do is get the answers by peeking in the windows of the cup. Well, I know you're confused about the love. We got the Seven of Cups here. It lands, it sits right on the Five of Wands, all that stress and confusion about, do they love me enough to commit to me? I mean, can we move forward? And it sits right on top of this Nine of Cups, this wish come true. Is it going to happen? I mean, which way is this going to go? You have a lot of questions about that. But I do see it moving forward. Otherwise, the Wheel of Fortune would not be here. It would not be moving all this forward. And I don't think the Ace of Cups would be surrounding this entire reading. So, I think you and your soulmate are going to move forward. So, this was your reading, Taurus, and thank you for watching Universal Guidance.